Hello everybody, it has been a while, but this is my second topic, and this topic is about the bigger Earth. It's an electric magnetic universe, and we are living on a gigantic ball. So it's a ball Earth after all. They didn't lie about that, but it's not the Earth they present. So we are living on the moon, which is the bigger Earth, and we just live in a small crater on that moon. All the stars, planet, the moon, and even the sun are just a reflection of this bigger Earth. It is best to watch the video clip of God Gevlamste on YouTube because he cracked the code, that's what I think, and explains about this bigger Earth. I will leave a link to his channel where I first heard about this theory, which is excellent and undeniable. And in the following clip, you will see how this bigger Earth moves. It's all electromagnetism.
Can I float a ball on a magnetic field in the same way that I floated the ball on the water jet? Well, here is a ball. It's made of aluminium, and this is going to act as our jet, a single coil which is going to carry alternating current. I switch it on. The ball is certainly trying its best to float. But you see what's happening? It's like trying to balance a pencil on its point. What we need is some inward force which is going to make it drift back every time it tries to get off center. There seems to be no equivalent of the surface tension we had with the water jet. Now inside this coil there is a second coil, and I'm going to feed this with alternating current of a different phase, so that I can produce an inward traveling magnetic field, which I can detect with our rotatable cylinder. Notice that the bottom of the cylinder is always moving inwards. And now, when I replace the ball, it does. Now, it's one thing to float a ball as big as this, but what sort of apparatus should we need to float a ball this size? It's a different world, you know, from the world of ping pong balls. Barry, if you just come and take the ball back slightly, we can see what we've actually got. Now, this is a sort of exaggerated version of the small ball coil. The inner coil is set down deeper in relation to the outer. First of all, we're going to send current through the outer coil only, as we did before. Would you like to come on the switch, please, Jim? Now, Barry, you and I have got to catch it, otherwise it might damage itself by falling back. Ready, Jim? 3, 2, 1, on. Right, lower it, Barry. Let's try and balance it. Off, Jim. Again, it isn't stable with a single coil. Could you connect the other coil, please, Jim? Now, would you take the ball away, Barry, please? Now, I'm going to check the phase sequence of the two coils using a rotatable cylinder, which I've used before. What I want to happen is the magnetic field to go down the outside of the cylinder and so rotate it in that direction. So I want to see the cylinder spinning that way. Switch on, Jim. Switch off, Jim. That is the correct direction. Now, Barry, if you could have the ball, please. Now, this time, it shouldn't drift off. This time, you should fairly be able to see the magnetic flux spraying off the sides like you did the water from the ping pong ball. It might even spin for us. You can never tell just what this ball's going to do. If it spins, then we shall indeed have come full circle in the circle of magnetism. Ready, Jim? 3, 2, 1, on.
Okay, so that's how our bigger Earth is rotating and even wobbling, as you saw in the video clip. But I think it's even making a third movement. So this movement, maybe I think, is like back and forth. And these movements create tides, seasons, day and night on our crater. And this crater is located around mid-latitude, and they know it because they show exactly on this strip on the moon, on this picture here, yeah, where our Earth is located. I think even our Earth is located a little bit outside the strip, sitting in a Goldilocks position and not too hot, where it's not too hot and not too cold, just enough light and just enough heat on a perfect location for life to thrive. So the sun is surrounding this moon, so that's what I think. And the sun and moon are actually one. That's where I differ with Godtke Vlamste and his theory. But I suggest you just watch his video first, because I was blown away by his research, and I think he's right about that we are living on the moon. And so if you are a flat earther like I was, and still am in a way, because we are living in a crater, which makes it seem like we are living on a flat surface. So you definitely need to check his moon videos, and then you will probably, if you understand a little bit what he is trying to say, then you will probably agree that we are just living on the moon. And I'll leave it with that. And in the next video, I'm gonna explain a little bit more about why I think the sun is surrounding the moon. So hope to see you then, and God bless, and stay safe with these really strange times. So bye.
If we were to pluck a sunspot away from the sun and place it in the sky, it would actually be as bright as the full moon.
Sunspots appear on the surface and are easy to see. Their genesis, however, is tied to the sun's deep interior and complex rotation.
The sun doesn't rotate like a solid body. Instead, it rotates more quickly near the equator than near the poles, which leads to sunspots. The equator completes one rotation in 25 days. Mid-latitudes complete one rotation in about 30 days, and near the poles, one rotation is completed in about 35 days.
Called differential rotation, this process makes the sun's interior churn at different speeds, creating intense magnetism in the form of millions of magnetic field lines, which get mixed up as the sun's interior twists up like a rubber band.